All right, everyone, we're back here for the back nine, and we got a really tight battle here at the top. Myself, Jeremy Koling, joined by Eagle McMahon and Simon Lizotte.
Yep, that's me.
Lizardo.
Oh, what was that again?
Simmons Lizardo.
Simmons Lizardo and Igor McManahan. All right, and Jeremy Koling.
They call me the German whiz kid.
The German whiz kid. No one calls you that.
No one calls
You've
me
been
that.
calling yourself that for 5 years and it hasn't caught on yet.
Got hole 16.
Oh, let me guess. This is Simon's favorite hole in the course.
This is my favorite hole in the course.
This is actually my favorite hole.
This is a great hole. This is a great hole. And yeah,
We were saying yesterday that this hole reminds us of one of our favorite courses in Austin, Texas, Roy G. It's in my opinion, just the perfect fairway where you can throw down the middle and not really worry about trees.
Right.
But it's still wood, and you have to hit a good line.
right. If you're off your line, just like Roy G, if you're off your line here, you're in trouble. But it's a wide enough fairway that it allows you to, be aggressive and rip at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the first hole in like 7 holes where you actually really want to throw.
Yeah, throw a driver even.
Where you throw a driver and throw
Right.
it harder than like 60%.
Right.
Oh, you're going sidearm again?
Champion strike, man. That's a great disc. Not a great result. Somehow I found myself under every single bush on the course. It seemed like that bush was full of thorns too, so that was not fun.
Circle's edge.
Yeah, that's not bad.
The way he can putt.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Now
be
this
surprised if he
this was a really tricky shot because if I follow through, I'm hitting thorns, so I had to really shorten my throw.
Whoa!
That was a really, really good result from where I was. I was pretty pumped with that one.
Towel snap.
Yeah, I hardly ever do a short follow through. The Drew Gibson. He doesn't quite do that anymore. I just give him a hard time for it. Drew's come a long way with his sidearm. This is,
Oh, whoa.
The falling Dave.
and that was a really good shot considering how obvious that was as a sidearm.
That should be worth a Jomez slow-mo.
Yeah, that was definitely to check and see if he fell out of his line before he threw the disc. I don't know.
That'd be a good GIF. This is Dave falling.
Thank you for calling it what it's supposed to be called. People call them GIFs, and they're wrong.
I say GIF sometimes.
They're wrong. It's a GIF.
Hey, Ricky just airballed.
Doesn't count.
No.
Doesn't count.
It's void because he's going to make something stupid later on. You know it. And here I am thinking, wow, Rick's about to get a 5. Here I am putting for 3. That's 2 strokes. Man, 2 strokes is a lot. Or I'll just miss it.
You almost made it.
I did. I was really close to making it eagle. Thank you for pointing that out.
Just trying to make you feel better.
I felt great about that.
That's how I feel when I miss. I'm like, I hold my head. I'm like, what?
What?
I just noticed when James lined up that putt, I wanted him to make it. He seems like one of those players that you want him to do well.
I don't think I compliment anyone more than I compliment James. I'm like, dude, that was awesome. Like, I go up and give him a high five every shot throughout the round.
Yeah.
He's just one of those people you want to pull for.
Like, if we watch Paul or Rick, we like, please miss.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. But thank you, because that's how I feel too. No, I'm just kidding. But
I'm totally kidding, but seriously.
it's not the worst thing in the world because you're like, all right, just be human for a little bit. Like, come on, be human. Come on.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Sugar, man.
Philo.
This is a putter. It's a straight shot. And it's James Conrad, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that good?
Wow, putter rip. Wow.
He rips him, man.
I was so desperate I threw a sidearm on this hole.
That is not like you, Simon. What were you thinking?
I think I'll do it again today. It worked.
No, I think the sidearm is the play here. Not just Kolinging, like actually there, because the hillside lands you on the side that you want to be on. And that disc is so good.
You're throwing me there?
I'm throwing the Yuli stamped Eagle L.
Eagle L.
Yep, I'm throwing the U. I'm throwing the McMahon L.
McMahon.
McMahon. I might call it that.
McMahon.
By the way, if anybody has an 11-time beat up EL and you're kind of done with it, please send it to me. I want it really bad.
Sit like a good dog. Later.
And it rolls back uphill. That's a tricky putt. You know, if you miss this putt, you're gonna roll. I mean, unless you airball it. Ricky doesn't do that very often.
And if he does,
doesn't miss airball. He does that often. Yes, he makes them.
Oh, peace sign. I'll keep on dreaming right there.
Yeah.
These putts are so easy but so missable.
First round I saw somebody have a triple roll away. It was kind of heartbreaking to watch. But yeah, it's that hillside, man. Just a straightforward 280-foot par 3, but it can become a nightmare just real quick if you don't get your putt in. Somebody needs to start calling me on 30 seconds on my putts. I really just need to hurry up.
So slow.
Just need to hurry up.
Luckily you're on lead card, so no one has to wait for you.
That's right. That's what I'm thinking about. When I'm there taking so much time, I'm thinking, well, there's no one that I'm actually holding up, so it's fine.
It's my favorite hole.
Yeah, Simon's favorite hole. This is another one. I think this is more of a par 5 than hole 15, personally. However, I still feel like it's...
I think this is a bit easier than hole 15.
Do you?
Honestly.
Okay, so I was
The
thinking...
scores will be a lot better on this hole than on 15.
It's a little bit less treacherous off the fairway. And the fairway's a little bit wider, so... Just caught the notch of that tree there. Otherwise, he had a really good-looking toss there.
I'm getting the vibe that James doesn't really throw sidearm.
I think I may have seen him throw 1 or 2. Ever.
Oh.
Yeah, it's too tight. I just knew it was a little bit too tight. But
That's okay.
it's okay. It's fairway. It's just right side. I want to be left side of the fairway so that I can attack with a hyzer flip sidearm for my second shot.
That is...
Yeah, that little tree help there, that's where I want to be.
That's perfect.
That's prime time.
You know what Ricky did the first round?
No, I don't know what Ricky did the first round. What
He
did
threw
he
a
do?
Sky Annie over the trees. And from there he threw a thumber. From there he threw another Sky Annie over the trees. And then he pitched out and got a 5.
Oh, he got a 5. Wow.
He wasn't on the fairway once. The whole
Oh my goodness.
hole. That was amazing.
Wow, if you're right there, it looks like you could take a Sky Annie over everything.
Can you even go over the trees at all? I mean, when you're underneath that canopy, there's really not much.
There's certain parts of the fairway where there's options.
Ladies and gentlemen, a perfectly executed Dave Feldberg sidearm. That is
Whoa.
a rare species right there. That
Was
He surprised himself.
maybe the most exciting part of the round.
Here I was just having fun. I didn't really have anything. Just wanted to throw a cut roller. I don't know why.
Not a bad result.
Yeah, that's where you want to be on your next shot. I was just out of position. And
Putter, second shot on a par 5.
I
Are we just
re-
laying up?
I was surprised. I was really surprised to see that there. I think he wasn't trying to lay up. I think that he was trying to go for it.
He throws those harps so well.
I really was expecting to see a mid-range there, or
Ooh.
he caught the first tree in front of him. I thought he actually might have.
Did he hit the tree when the disc was still in his hand?
I couldn't tell. There was a loud sound right at the time when he was supposed to release it, but I thought Ricky was going to throw like a flip-up sidearm or something, and I guess the backhand shape is there. I just thought that it would have been a faster disc than a harp.
Definitely. I like the backhand shape because it fights back a little bit as the
Right.
sidearm would just skip right.
Feldberg's not feeling that great about. He's been hitting a lot of trees, and these 3/4 of the way through the shot, hitting trees, it starts to add up.
Is the Nova your long range putter?
Yeah, I'd like to. It goes straight for a long time, and so it's a really good jump putt, and like the little half bid from 100-foot type disc.
The Nova is such a weird disc. When it first came out and I saw Paul was using it, I asked him if he used it because he likes it or because he gets paid to use it.
Well,
I thought it was horrible, but actually it's a really good disc.
I was my same reaction when I saw the disc. I was like, this just seems like a toy. I really don't know why Innova was getting into that market. And then I started throwing the disc, and I was like, well, this isn't quite a toy. And then I threw it more, and I'm like, there's nothing that does what this does. It's the straightest point-to-point putter thrower that you could throw. And if you can get over the little nubs on the bottom rim, which don't bother me at all because I fan grip, then you're gonna love that disc.
If you don't fan grip a putter, you should
Probably
your game anyway.
Yeah, you should probably fan grip your putters.
Paul Beth doesn't.
I don't think Klima does either. I think he has the same grip for all his shots. And it seems to work for those two guys.
Even putting?
Klima's got the same grip.
Power putter grip?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I really wanted to throw a roller here, but we had the pretty strong left to right crosswind. That's really the result you want anyways. With a nice little roll at the end. I did not see that from the tee pad. I like that. Ricky decided, he went back and forth with a roller and a backhand shot a bunch, and he ended up going with the roller, caught a little bit of a limb, so prevented it from standing up.
I don't like the roller through that gap, honestly.
Is that
Yeah,
me?
I like going down the middle for the roller. Yeah, he threw out of bounds there. I really didn't see the roller being the play here with this much wind.
Yeah, it just kind of messes up everything. It'll hold the roller too stable. With the
Yeah.
tailwind.
And if it was a straight tailwind, then maybe.
Mhm.
But the left to right is just you're exposing the bottom of the flight plate, which is just gonna do some really unpredictable things. And that right there is James Conrad, ladies and gentlemen. The straight T-bird just right down the freaking middle pipe. Perfect.
I don't want to make it about me, but I was really angry because the previous hole I got stuck in poison ivy and I was all sad. So I threw a PD2 as hard as I could on this hole, put it inside the circle, up the gut, and missed the putt.
Oh no.
So
Yeah, this really isn't about you, is it, Eagle?
no.
All right, let's stop
I
talking
just
about
wanted
it.
to say that.
Now this is a very attackable par 4. You can get this with a roller or an Eagle McMahon powered PD2, but for most people, it's a really good par 4.
This is my favorite hole on the course.
And I think it's Simon's too.
No, I hate this hole.
I mean, he loves it.
I think it's a good starting hole. I think they really wanted to finish on 6 and 7, or 5 and 6 on the course. That's why and I think they actually did a good job starting on 7 for this course, because it kind of breaks up you don't just do 9 open, 9 wooded. You do a little bit of a break in the middle, which I think was kind of interesting.
I honestly like the 50-50 aspect. If we were to start on this hole, I like playing half the holes open and half the holes wooded. Because I played like that last year, and that part of the course is very memorable for me.
Yeah.
Welcome to my favorite hole.
Oh.
What a good joke. No, this is actually a fun hole.
Simon,
I throw cider on this hole.
you're
How
the
about
most
you?
sarcastic human being. I love it. I was practicing putter backhand rollers, but decided to go with the forehand.
Putter backhand roller is actually a decent play on this.
Yeah, not happening.
You could choose lefty.
You could hit the rock behind and get like backspin and roll into the basket.
I kind of want to throw more of an ace run in this hole. I put 3 shots in practice about 1 foot apart from one another, and they were all 3 ace runs. And that's actually like leaving myself 25 feet in this hole is not what I want to do. I'm trying to be under the basket here. This is like my bread and butter type shot. Oh. whack-a-mole.
When I throw this hole, I kind of just aim for that tree with a little bit of Anheuser with a sidearm. But it's always disappointing when you actually hit the tree you aim for.
This was surprising to see that much skip and rolls OB.
Ricky Wysocki getting unlucky. That's crazy.
That was really surprising. When he threw the disc, the line that he threw out of his hand, I was like, that's the line I was trying to go for. And I didn't see it go in the road. And when we walked up there, I saw Ricky looking for it, and I saw the disc in the road, and I was like, I didn't want to be the one to tell him. I was like, Rick, you're actually in the road. Sorry, bud. He almost saved it.
What are you doing?
Asking Dave if I was out.
Oh.
I thought you were like, whoa, he missed it.
I was kind of doing, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
SloMez replay.
SloMez? Oh my gosh, I love it.
You just caught that?
I haven't seen this. I didn't know they're called SloMez's. I love it. You see what he did was he took his last name and he combined it with Slow-Mo
Oh.
and Gomez, and he put them together for SloMez. It's just a play on words is what it is.
That's genius, dude.
Feldberg there with a putt for 3. Would it be Feldberg or Daveberg? If you were to SloMez it. Now, I know you're attacking this hole, aren't you?
Yeah, this isn't about me, but I threw a PD on this hole and got an eagle.
Got a you?
I got a me.
You toed it?
Yeah.
You and Shoestrick. We're not making this about Shoestrick either, but I believe you both go pretty attack mode on this hole. When I see this hole, I'm gonna lay up.
You're throwing a thumber?
I do. You know what? It's fun to do it. That's why I do it.
And you had tailwind on this hole, correct?
We had a tailwind, which
so
is
you get like a lot of extra happy distance with that.
a lot of extra happy distance. Yep. And I don't really see this as like a shot that suits my game for the attack. You know, I like to throw, if I'm going to go 558 feet, I'm going to want something I can throw hyzer, hard, and have a little bit less risk. This is just OB left and right, and it's not my type of shot. It's much more of the Igor McMahon type eagle shot.
Exactly. I mean, I could easily lay up on this hole, but I'm just afraid of laying up and messing up. If I go big off the tee and go out of bounds for some reason, I'm getting a 4, and it's fine with me.
You've only thrown a backhand on like 2 holes.
You know, when I play courses like this where I can kind of get into a rhythm, I like to just keep it going. There's courses where I'll throw almost all backhands. It's just because I kind of get in that pace. But yeah, it was just kind of like a rhythm thing for me. I do that a lot sometimes. I've played courses where I didn't throw a single backhand the entire tournament just because it was in the woods for all 72 holes, and they were all just tight-wooted shots, and you know, didn't need to throw a backhand.
Play to your strengths, guys.
I don't want to make this about me.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I don't want to make this about me either. What were you saying, Simon?
I was playing decent that round, so I actually checked the scores, which I usually don't do. And on the hole after this, I laid up a like 35-footer because I knew I would be on lead card if I just threw it.
Lame.
Wow, that's the lamest thing I've ever heard in my life.
My new name is Simon Lizotte.
Simon Lizotte. Oh my God, I love that.
I reinvented my game.
Is that another nickname you gave yourself that it's not going to pick up?
It's totally not going to pick up.
I think it could pick up that one.
You don't lay up.
I do not lay up. But
Except for-
yesterday I laid up one shot.
Yesterday, for a moment, you were Simon Lizotte. That is
Yeah, and
so
Cam
good.
Todd looked at me and was like, "What? What was
Yeah.
that?"
What, you're saying on this next hole, this hole right here?
Yeah, I put my drive pin high on the left, like 35 feet, and just laid it up. I didn't even.
There's not even a risk to
The
go.
wind
for
was
that.
ripping right to left.
Right to left wind is scary.
I
It is,
didn't. I
it
didn't
is.
want a 20-footer headwind re-putt.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
think this hole deserves the title of par 4.
I agree. I treat this as a par 3. I think we're all trying to attack the hole. And one of the most suitable roller holes probably ever played.
Out of bounds, right?
Yep, out of bounds there.
I can understand why that happened.
There's James doing. That's the James Conrad, ladies and gentlemen. The first time you get to see the Beast Unleashed.
I wish that was SloMez.
Yeah, can we SloMez that? We
Like,
need to SloMez that.
Double SloMez.
Yeah, he is a very unique form. There's some people that you can see from across the course and know that that was so and so just because of the way that they moved. He is definitely one of those people. I don't know what disc Ricky's throwing here, but that's the way to do it.
Through a whirl.
That's a world. Yeah, that's a great roller. From the tee
Like
pad,
60 long.
the tee pad, we thought that was inside the circle.
What are you throwing here?
I'm throwing a Champion Roadrunner, and I took a lot off because the day before I threw it into the Horseshoe Pits long OB, and I was not trying to do that again. So I kind of backed off a little bit more than I needed to. I was trying to match Ricky's line, but we were throwing a completely different disc. So.
Ooh. Good line.
You took your time again?
Just got to use all. You have 30 seconds. You got to use them. Use them to your advantage. You know, use all 2 of those 30 seconds, and then you'll be good. These are kind of putts, man. You look at that distance and you're thinking you got to make it every time, but man, with that much wind, it's kind of hard to really account for how much wind there is. You can see the shirt flapping. You don't want to
see how much wind it is. It's really windy.
You don't want to leave yourself outside 15 feet in any situations when you're putting. And I can see why you laid up. You know, at this time, it's just not really worth the 20-foot comebacker. That's just stress that you don't need. You want to give yourself as little stress as possible, walk off the course and be like, that was okay. And then people are like, oh, you just shot really, really good. You know, it's like, those are the rounds that are the best. You had no stress. You didn't put yourself in a spot where your heart raced, you know.
Great rounds don't feel good, or don't feel great.
What do you guys think about this hole?
It's
all
my
right.
favorite hole on the course.
It's Eagle's favorite hole. What about you?
It's my 17th favorite.
Look at this trick shot here. Rock. He rock and rolled, baby.
Oh my god.
Yep. That's world champ love for you. Didn't affect the roll at all. Just perfect.
I threw a roller.
Look, it's Eagle.
I threw a roller on this hole, hit the sidewalk, and went out of bounds. Concrete and rolled.
You went OB again?
Yeah, I went OB again.
Oh my goodness.
Right at the corner is where you're
Night.
trying to land by these 2 trees that are up here at the top of the fairway.
Oh, that's exactly what I did, but I shot out of bounds. This isn't about me.
You threw a roller?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I go hyzer over the right.
James is taking a very aggressive shot. This shot gets you in a really good position, but if it flexes out, you're out of bounds really early. And this is pushing it. He is within a meter of OB long.
That's the best placement you could
Is
have
he right
on
in front of
this.
that sign?
Yeah, unfortunately, he is the sign is kind of in his way, so he had to go a little bit more Anheuser than I think he wanted. And he hits the freaking. I did not see that from there. Oh my gosh. I was wondering how he stayed in bounds. That was crazy. This shot was the most surprising shot I saw of the round.
He threw a roller?
He threw a roller that rolled up.
This is the most exciting shot I've ever seen.
What?
And Dave thought that he might have rolled through the gate, and he was actually a little bit nervous about it.
Dave was nervous? It sounds weird.
This is an incredible shot. Just reading the wind perfect. And that's just an awesome shot. You really can't tell how much left to right crosswind we have right now, but this is a standard shot for me all day if there's no wind, and I couldn't quite trust how much the disc was going to push over, and I took a really overstable Firebird, but it still put me in circle's edge. And the last thing you want is to have a 10-meter putt back at the water into a headwind. That is not a putt we try to set ourselves up for.
Go for it.
Oh, so close. You really just can't see the wind right now, I'm telling you. It's blowing.
Are you ballsy?
Take it easy, Simon Lizotte.
I had a spit on this 0 for 3. We should be tied right now. Oh no, you were 2 ahead of me, right?
The second putt that we saw Ricky miss from uncharacteristically short for him. I think anytime he misses a putt of any distance, he's upset. But from that short, that's like that's a tough one for him.
He's only human.
I feel really bad for him.
Last hole.
This is a beautiful finishing hole. Risk
I like
reward.
it. Shouldn't be a par 4 though.
No, it's not a par 4. But I think the par on this course is closer to 64 than 67. But it's still, the holes themselves are still good regardless of the par being off. Sometimes when the hole's par is incorrect, it makes it kind of a weird hole. This course, I don't think that there's any hole that I don't like. I just think that the pars are a little bit off. But yeah, this is a par 3, and if it said par 3, I think we'd see a lot less of what Ricky's doing, a lot more of what I'm sure Eagle's going for, what you're going for.
I laid up.
You laid up too? Simon lays up?
Yep.
But I certainly, in practice, I never laid up, so I only have one option. And even into this headwind, I'm thinking I got to go for it.
That's a crush. I saw that drive from the next tee pad. It was like, you throw further than I do.
And this stays in bound by a good 2 or 3 meters. That dude flag is going to be right in my face.
Aw.
Aw.
I think there was less wind for you guys than was for us.
No, obviously there was less wind.
Oh gosh, here we go.
'Cause I demolished my drive and ended up in the middle of the lake.
Ooh.
There was definitely less wind.
Oh yeah, it has to be the only
Only
reasonable,
reason.
logical explanation.
It's a crush layup right there.
Yeah, it is. About as aggressive as a layup gets. That's a perfect spot though. If you're going for that layup, that's what you want. This is a shot that Ricky's been working on a lot. This touch control putter, that's just perfect. I mean, that's something that in years past, we didn't expect Ricky to execute that shot that well. You know, we know he was going to make a long putt to make up for it, but now he's putting those approaches closer and taking that stress off his mentality, off his body. Dave exhibiting some superior balance.
You running this?
Oh, all day. What?
How?
I couldn't figure that one out.
Give us a SloMez.
SloMez.
Nice little kneeling action after that putt.
I couldn't figure out how I didn't go in. I hit the pole low, right side center, and it popped out. I couldn't figure it out.
Let's talk about these baskets. No, we shouldn't.
No, that's the first and only instance this weekend, at least, that I saw
I've seen a bunch of spit outs.
something happen that shouldn't have happened. That was a putt that was pretty much true and didn't fall in, but it happens.
Still got your birdie.
Yeah, my birdie, exactly.
Star framing.
Yeah, it's all right. You can live with a 3 on that hole. It's pretty tough too. Not many people have tooted all so far this weekend. So a little 2-person switch at the league card final round, and it's going to be an awesome finish here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the round. We're going to tee off in about 2 hours.
Yeah. go get some Smoothie King and warm up and see what the course has for us today. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed.